Hi guys, this is Lada from astrolada.com with your weekly horoscope for the 9th till the 15th of April. That's my birthday, that's my baby boy birthday as well. And I'm happy to say that finally we have some good news astrologically. It was still not fully out of the water. Saturn and Mars are still close together, but their conjunction is finally over. They're starting to separate from each other, and hopefully we've made certain resolve in our life, and we've eliminated or we've combated or we've made more resolve in certain area of our life. But this week it's full of sextiles and trines, and we have a beautiful supporting aspect between Jupiter and Pluto, which is very rare, once every few years, and it's the second time it repeats. I'm going to go through all the 12 signs to tell you where you can benefit. So stay with me. Don't just listen to your sign. If you don't have time, of course, do that. But listen for the preparation before that to see generally in your life where you can tap, because those energies that we speak generally about are active for everyone. And then there's specific energies for each sign that I mentioned after that. So it's more specific prediction, but what I speak about that, it's valid for everyone and it's going to affect you in your life. So good news, sextiles, trines, we're going to speak what it means. Just before that, I want to make a quick announcement. April, and I'll be a host to that show. April, you know her, astrologer from Astrolada, is making an in-depth 4-hour webinar about Uranus in Taurus on the 6th of May. But till the 1st of May, it's only $39. Sorry, $39. After that, it becomes $49. And everyone who participates will receive an email if they send their chart to us, telling us where Uranus will affect you personally, so you know which part of the webinar is most important for you, because we'll speak how Uranus will change your life depending on the houses it transits. And if you send us an email, we'll tell you when exactly to expect that big change according to a personal horoscope. Uranus making aspects to personal planets in your horoscope, trines, squares, conjunctions. We'll speak about each one of those. April is the main speaker. I will fill in with some fun stories. I will be editing, hosting basically. So all the aspects Uranus can make. So this is going to be about Uranus, how it's going to influence the whole world, predictions for the world, but mostly we'll focus on how it's going to change your life and if it will at all affect you, Plus we'll give you this personal touch by, if you send us your chart, we'll give you, a very quick which year you're going to be affected by what transit, so you know to listen to this part of the webinar. Very cheap, only $39 till the 1st of May, then $49. Okay, so let's see what this week is holding. This week, yes, I'm turning 37. Yeah, I remember 20 years ago when I was thinking, oh, when I'm 37, I'll be old and life will have no meaning. And, and I feel like I've just started living. It feels like my life was so hard and a nightmare until I was 36, and now my life has started. So yes, 37 is not too much. Those of you who are young, who are watching me, honestly, you start feeling more as a woman, you start feeling more happy the older you get. At least, especially if you have something that is strong Capricorn or Aquarius in your horoscope, because you just like, or if you have strong Saturn, we're full of insecurity the first part of life, and then it feels like life finally starts late if you're a late bloomer like me. Anyway, so and yes, and I wanted to say that I'm just giving 50% off to not 50%, $50 off to my class on the foundational astrology, which is planets, the 12 signs. Sorry, the 12 signs, because we're starting from the end of May, on the 27th of May, the new foundational course, The Secrets of the 12 Houses, which will be 6 months, and it's 50% off as well, to $50 off to get it. It's only $200 now. It's 6-month course. And those of you who want to catch up and take the second course but haven't taken the first one, I'm giving on my birthday week $50 off The Secrets of the 12 Signs, which is about 60-hour webinar in depth. And even with that class, you can learn astrology, even with the 12 signs in depth. Anyway, let's look at this week and let's see what's happening. I told you there's a lot. Mercury is still retrograde. Okay, so still there's place for mistakes or things that we've omitted from the past to come to the surface. Some clarifying conversations we'll have to talk, things that we haven't mentioned and talked about, but that have been bothering us, or something that we've forgotten about, but that has been festering underneath, can come still to the surface, especially for people that have strong cardinal influences, like early Aries, like March-born Aries will feel it very strongly, or Aries ascendant or sun or moon, you know, in the first 7-8 degrees. Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer that are born in Cancers that are born in June, Capricorns that are born in December will feel it, and Libras that are born in September will feel this Mercury retrograde the current week the most, because Mercury is in those first degrees, so to speak, and basically around, you know, the first 10 degrees, I would say, of the cardinal signs that if you have any planets there, you have to still deal with fixing something, clarifying something, correcting something from the past, completing something, editing something. There's still place for misunderstanding, but clear it. For me, the transit was last week, and we had some very important clarifying conversations with people I work with. So astrology works tremendous. I mean, omissions that are made, Mercury retrograde helps us fix them, and it's stressful while it's happening because you have to correct something. But the good news is that we're starting, especially this week, the water and earth signs will be supported a lot, because we have a lot of trines and sextiles, which are the supportive aspects between planets in the earth and water signs. So if you're sun, moon, or ascendant in Taurus, in Cancer, in Virgo, in Scorpio, in Capricorn, or Pisces, guys, it's like the universe starting to help you, give you wind behind, to allow you to be in the right place at the right time with all those, or to give you opportunities and chances. Why is that? Let's first look how there is one beautiful configuration called bisextile forming this week between Neptune, Venus, and Mars. Here they are. They're in water and earth signs. Venus is in Taurus, Mars is in Capricorn, Neptune is in Pisces. And this figure is like a trine, 120 degrees here, and two sextiles. That's why it's called bisextiles, between Saturn and Venus. Sorry, between Neptune and Mars and Neptune and Venus. These are 60 degrees. And actually, my teacher always says that it looks like a roof of the house. Roof of a house, this figure. And it's known in astrology that it's very protective. Just like a roof will protect you from, you know, the rain and from negative influences, the same way it's a little bit like a guardianship or protection from you for something. And it's a little roof, plus it's also, some people compare it, some astrologers, the bisextile to an angel with wings. So it's like protection, angelic protection, and chances and opportunities. Sextiles have the energy of Venus, and trine has the energy of Jupiter. Each aspect has a different energy. If you want to understand how each aspect works, you can take the course with Marina that you did, all the types of aspects in astrology. So, for example, if you have lots of sextiles in your birth chart, your life will be strongly influenced by Venus. If you have lots of squares, strongly, depending what squares they are, might be strongly influenced by Saturn, or, you know, depending on each kind of aspect has a nature. But basically, this figure is made only of Venus, Jupiter type aspects. And Jupiter is about luck, good karma that you've created with your good actions, being in the right place at the right time. And Venus is about receiving material and pleasurable outcomes and things coming easy to you. So when you combine those two in this shape, the bisextile, it's, as I said, the two benefic influences. But the bisextile is forming between Venus, Mars, and Neptune. And people that have this in their horoscope by birth, bisextile, they naturally will correspond. If you have any bisextile in your horoscope, you'll naturally feel like you're flowing this week, because the planets align for a few days in a bisextile. So it will repeat the configuration you already have in your horoscope. And when the planets repeat the configuration you have in your birth chart, if you know a little bit more astrology, you feel like you kind of like you get activated then. And actually the gifts or the challenges of that configuration, which repeats in the sky, gets activated in your horoscope, but this is only easy configuration. So people with bisextiles naturally in the horoscope will have the opportunity to get some chances in their life to display their talents. The Jupiter, the 120-degree trine, allows a person to use their talents, natural skills, and opportunities to receive awards and rewards for things, to get creative as well. Jupiter is very creative, Venus is very rewarding. So anyway, but it's happening between Venus, Mars, and Neptune. So especially, and it's happening in water and earth signs. So I repeat, especially the water and earth signs will feel this kind of pleasant experience, some opportunities coming, or just being in a bit better mood. Some of you might feel it like that, you know. It's not for every person, that every second person in the world, that everything will be perfect in their life next week. But there is some relief. There is some help from the planets. There is some opportunities that come to you. Don't pay attention to my broken glasses. I still haven't had time to go fix them. Oh my God, the glamorous life I'm leading. Hopefully this bisextile will help us take better care of ourselves, pamper ourselves, because the Venusian influence, you know, the 60 degrees, it's about taking more care of ourselves, about being more loving, taking it more easy, or just taking a break after the crazy few weeks we've had, you know, with the Saturn Mars conjunction, with the retrogrades that started happening. So we need to just take it a bit easier this week, you know, and we'll have the opportunity about that and feel a bit better. And it's all in female signs. So female signs about nurturing, taking care of yourself, of your soul. Water signs take care of your soul and your feelings. Earth signs take care of your physical pampering, that you have good food, that you buy good clothes, that you're, you know, that you're comfortable around. So combining those two, these are things women care about usually: material security and emotional stability. Things flow this week for such things. So also the ladies in people that are more sensitive or more water earthy will just flow more this week. Their life will flow more. Some positive things can happen to them more. But let's see, they're formed by Venus, Mars, and Neptune, this beautiful bisextile. What does it mean? Well, Mars and Venus are relationship planet. Mars is sex, Venus is sensuality, Mars is passion, Venus is love and affection. And they're both flowing in a beautiful, harmonious aspect, joined and combined and connected to planet Neptune, planet of romantic, higher love. Neptune is the higher vibration of Venus. If Venus is human love, and seeing someone saying, wow, they're so beautiful, I want them, you know. Neptune is like, wow, I'm in love with their soul. This is my soulmate. It's a bit, you know, a bit gone with the wind, Neptune, the way it loves. So all those three planets are connected to love. All these planets are, Mars is more sexual. Mars is, so it gives a bit of spice. So you're not just like, oh, I'm so in love, and or oh, you know. And it's not only love that you show to someone else, to someone sexually. It's also love that you can show to your pets, love that you can show to your children, love that you can show to others. Plus, you put a bit of passion in that as well with Mars there, and maybe some adventure as well. But people that are in personal relationships, so looking to get into a personal relationship, if you happen to meet someone this week, even though Mercury is retrograde, don't worry. People are like, oh, I met someone Mercury retrograde. Does it mean things will not work out? Not at all. Venus is the planet, unless Mercury rules your seventh house. So maybe, you know, then you can meet someone from the past, or you have to complete something with this person that's karmic. But otherwise, if you happen to start a new relationship this week, during this beautiful configuration, I predict that this relationship will be quite loving, romantic. There'll be a good balance between passion and desire, because sometimes if Mars and Venus are in difficult aspects, you know, there is this clash between desire and sensuality, and there's too many powerful passions between the two of them, but they don't see eye to eye on how to express love at the same time. But this is beautiful combination. Venus trine Mars, natural good expression of love in a healthy way. If you're already in a relationship, you have fantastic chance to become more romantic, Neptune, with your partner, to express higher love to your partner, to connect on more sensual and sexual levels, but in a more refined way, because Neptune connects those Venus and Mars. So Neptune always refines, makes something purer, makes it more idealistic, makes it more otherworldly, more spiritual almost in a way, and it refines the raw Mars sexual energy. Let's get down to it with, wow, this is a sex of merging of merging of two souls, so and when it adds to Venus as well, it's kind of very romantically, and you're not deluded though, because when Neptune makes difficult aspect to Venus or Mars, then we're kind of deluded. We idealize something without seeing the realistic side of it, so we might get disappointed. But right now, this week, you don't get disappointed. You're aware of the weaknesses of the person. Or if you glorify them, or if you feel those loving feelings towards them, they are not unrealistic. They're based on you properly assessing the person and you properly seeing their good sides. And you're allowed to dream away this week. And actually, I think that when Neptune connects with planets of relationships and desire, it's a good time to, because Neptune is the planet of visualization and creating with your imagination first. Neptune is the planet that helps us tap, just like Pisces, into the invisible realms where everything already exists. And that's why it rules the imagination. So use your imagination, if you're single, to imagine what is the ideal relationship now, and an ideal balance of desire and passion between us, with the ideal balance of romantic love, affection, pleasurable activities, So do that, visualize those things, and maybe make a little ritual this week because of the good alignments of the planets. Also, if you already have a relationship, it's a good time to connect, to go do something romantic. My husband is taking me well watching. On my birthday, Neptune rules the oceans, and something romantic, Venus, something action-oriented and adventure, Mars. We're going to use that energy. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't think about that. But total, it's like, without even knowing, astrology is manifesting in my life through Neptune, Venus, and Mars. Beautiful combination. And we're not gonna drown, obviously. It's trines and sextiles. Sorry, I'm being silly. I'm getting excited. I'm finally starting to feel a bit better after postnatal depressions and stuff, and you kind of are on a high, and when you're close to your birthday, you start getting on a high as well. But if you're already in other relationships, can be a good time to go on a romantic time, to take care of each other, to maybe, to be more, to do something private together that is more, because Neptune is a more private, more romantic planet, to reconnect. Or if you're single, I told you what to do. Maybe even go out. But because it's feminine planets, it's kind of like, it's in female signs that this bisextile is happening. It's like you're not actively pursuing relationships and stuff like that. You kind of are more likely to attract it in some way, to happen to be in the right place at the right time. And because you're feeling in a better mood emotionally, psychologically, you as humans would attract easier, especially people that have more water and earth signs, will attract easier positive relationships with others. And if you're going on some holiday, can be great, or on some adventure, it will be relaxed, chill adventure of some sort. If you're working with people, if you're doing something creative, Venus, Neptune are very creative. As I said, they rule the imagination, and Neptune is the high octave. Venus rules music, art, sense of balance and harmony. Neptune rules tapping into the invisible worlds and bringing something, something inspirational that feeds the soul and nurtures it creatively. And Mars brings this creative fire. Mars rules like the passion, the kundalini, the sex desire. And actually, sexual energy is the one that transforms when it's transmuted into higher energy, is the one that actually gives creative powers. People that are highly sexual are often extremely creative, unless they're wasting all of their sexuality on playing with themselves or playing with other people, whatever. But if you notice, highly sexual people have when they transform those sexuality, pull it up, they transform it into high creativity. So Mars gives this sexual fire, the excitement, the enthusiasm. Venus gives the beauty and balance and design and sense of beauty, and Neptune gives, subliminates both of those in some perfect symphony of something creative. So if you're artistic, creative, fantastic time for such activities, for socializing, for connecting with people, for romantic experiences, for improving relationships in some sort. I can't think about it things now, but of course, and also Venus rules women, Mars rules male. So the energies between females and men are more harmonized this week. So again, I advise if you can take advantage of that. And people are more compassionate towards each other. Men and female are more compassionate because Neptune is the planet of compassion. Males and females can help each other balance, can help each other in some way, in a way that does not expect back. Neptune connecting the female and male energies of Venus and Mars does not want, I'm going to do this for you. What are you going to do for me? I'm going to take you for dinner. You're going to take me back for dinner. No. When you have this combination, most people will feel like, I want to do something for you just to give from my heart, whether it's your friend, or whether it's a romantic relationship, or whether it's someone in your career. And especially if you're working with two people with different polarities, one more feminine, one more masculine. It can be two women or two men, but they have more of the Mars and the Venus energy. Neptune will balance this out, merge it in a beautiful symphony, creatively or business-wise or whatever. And people will be willing to do more and contribute more without counting how much they're getting back. So you can receive support from others as well in some way. Anyway, I love this combination. Let's see. Of course, if you personally are having specific difficult transits, you might be having Saturn becoming exact on your moon in your personal horoscope. This is general for everyone. Then the universe will be raining on your parade. But this is generally for everyone, and usually people feel it as a background influence, and you might have some kind of specific transits for yourself. So you have to be more, you have to check your personal transit with personal. I'll soon have a transit calculator, guys, for everyone for free. Yes, I've been working on it for 3 years. Anyway, then I wanted to speak in particular about the beautiful Jupiter trine sextile, another sextile, which is the aspect of chances and things coming to us with ease. And sextiles also rule something that we're not aware of, but that it's a little bit out of our vision, that we are not aware of it, and that comes as an opportunity to us. So opportunities that we were not fully aware of that come to us. So Jupiter is in Scorpio, Pluto is in Capricorn, and they're having this 60 degrees aspect. Okay, and this is the second time this is happening. Most of this year is basically under the influence of Jupiter sextile Pluto, but this week it's exact. Some people might feel it a week before, some can feel it a week after that. But let me walk you sign by sign what you can expect. And first of all, generally for everyone, this is great because Jupiter is creativity and reproductive power as well. Pluto is empowerment. So it can be a good week, especially they in female signs, which are much more fertile. It might be a good week for women that are trying. Generally, it's not all women are going to get pregnant, but if you want to create something and be more fertile, this can be a good week because Pluto boosts and enhances something when it makes it more intense and more powerful, and Jupiter rules our reproductive power and stuff like that. So it can help with that these few weeks, this week, next week, while they're in sextile. But anyway, generally speaking, Pluto is power and empowerment. Jupiter is, so many things. Jupiter rules children. There can be empowerment of children. Jupiter rules people in positions of respect, people in positions of strength, so that they can be in the world seen like strengthening of such people of some sort. power, empowerment. Jupiter is creative processes as well to some extent, so empowerment of that. Jupiter is wealth and abundance, so this can be a good week for transactions concerning wealth, concerning sources of wealth, especially hidden such ones, because Pluto is something hidden, or empowering yourself through Jupiter's spirituality and our belief system, so strengthening your beliefs, strengthening your belief in God, in higher power, your ideologies of some sort, empowering yourself or others through your beliefs and ideologies. Jupiter is the truth, and Pluto is secrets. So, but they kind of aligned well. So secrets coming to the surface, but in a way that helps us, in a way that's more supportive, in a way that's more empowering. Okay, but let's look specifically at each sign. Very quickly, I'll go through that. Because again, I want you to listen to the whole prediction rather than focus on your own sign only. So if you are Aries, this is happening, the sextile, and as I said, it can last the whole April that you can see these results, because this aspect is within orb for the whole April, but it's exact this week. So maybe it already happened. Some of you feel it before that. But if you're Aries ascendant or lesser degree sun or moon, you can receive some help, support. Sextile is help, support, chance, opportunity in regards to your career, from some kind of support, from some kind of support from others. So basically your social status, the 10th house Pluto, can receive an upliftment or opportunity through some kind of other people's support, because the 8th house is other people's support, moral, financial, anything that others can do for you, anything that you can receive from others. So maybe whether it's business partner, personal partner, marriage partner, or just another person, or just the governments or the banks or whatever. So maybe some of you might be able to get a loan to fulfill the business plan around this time in April. Some of you might be able to get some investment from another in their business, or some of them might get some support or moral help, or material help, or help with the skills of someone in regards to their social status or in regards to their career. Some of you might get a boss that helps you, or some authority figure that helps you receive some mutual resources, or some of you might get the support from a partner, material even in some way, that helps you fulfill some 10th houses, some career goals, some social status goals, some sort. You can play out in some ways. 8th house is also taxes and hidden resources. That hidden resources can help you with improving your social status, or maybe you can do something to stabilize your social status by doing something with your taxes, by bringing truth to something hidden as well. There are so many ways it can play out. Okay, if you're Taurus, the sextile between Jupiter and Pluto is happening in your 9th and 7th house. Okay, so there might be 9th house of advice that God sends to us, or that can come to us through friends, through teachers, through relationship. Doesn't matter. Any kind of advice that comes to us, that speaks to us the truth, that speaks to us the higher perspective, that helps us see a higher vision, that helps us get out of a difficult situation, is the 9th house. So you can get empowered, Pluto, through some advice that comes to you that can help you, especially in regards to your relationships, because it makes sextile to the 7th house of relationships. Or that can help in regards to some business deal, in regards to some contract. Maybe look for the advice of someone who gives higher perspective, someone who has more knowledge than you, like a consultant, advisor, mentor, in regards to matters of business deals, in regards to matters of 7th house activities, which is exchange with others. So counsel in regards to relationships. You might go to a relationship counselor who helps you, for example. Or business counselor who gives you a higher perspective in regards to how to do your business. Or you can just get a good advice about a relationship from a friend or something like that. Or the 9th and the 7th house are both connected to court cases and law. So if you're in any ways involved, 9th house is the law, 7th house is battles in the court case. It can be a good time maybe for some court case or law if you work in any of those fields, or if you're involved in any of such things, or if you've been blamed for something you didn't do. And then the ninth house, the house of truth, and Pluto there digs to the bottom to find it for you. So the truth will show you in better light, Jupiter, to others, to the audience, the seventh house. So maybe some truth comes to the surface that makes you more popular, that presents you in a better light to others. Or what can happen as well is that you just receive some you have better luck in regards to relationships, because the seventh house is relationships, partnerships with others, and Pluto empowers the planet in your seventh house, so there can be more intensity in those relationships, more truthfulness in them. They can be more even sexual intensity, because Pluto is also a bit of a sexual planet. Or you can become clear about the future of a relationship now, because the ninth house is connected with future, with a vision for future, with having clarity of some sort. In seventh houses, business deals or relationships of any sort, or promises. Okay, so if you're Gemini, this is happening, the sextile between Jupiter and Pluto in your sixth and in your eighth house. And again, it can, as I said, you might have seen already the results of that, or it might happen this week or the week after that, but you might have received some support, eighth house, from others, eighth houses, other people's support that helps you in your work. Maybe you're working on some work project, something behind the scenes, sixth house, Jupiter there, that allows you, say you might need certain resources to complete a project of some sort, a work project, and you can reach out to another and they'll help you find those resources, so they can borrow you their resources of some sort. Or just you can receive eighth house, not only material resources and financial, it can be some kind of talent or skill from another that they help you with. So ask for support, especially when it comes in regards to matters concerning your work, matters concerning fixing some debt. Sixth house is our debts as well. Ask for support. You can receive, for example, some financial support from another in order to fix some debt, or maybe you can receive some support of any sort, hidden. The eighth house is also hidden financial support that we can receive that helps us in some way with fixing some problems. Sixth house rules problems in our lives, resolving any kind of problems and enmities and arguments. So, eighth house is also psychologist. So maybe going to a psychologist can help us, or someone that is like a psychologist, astrologer, occultist, someone who knows the secrets, the psychological motivations of another person. It might be a tarot reader, or someone who can speak with the dead, or someone who is just a psychologist, very insightful, deep person, which is the eighth house, that allows you to fix some problem in your life. Sixth house is problems, anything out of balance. And both sixth and eighth house have to do with illness and healing out of it. Sixth house is cure, eighth house is deep healing. So they can be, maybe ask for support from someone and you can receive some healing. On eighth house is also research, digging under the surface. So you can do some powerful and positive research that helps you with your work, the sixth house Jupiter, or that helps you solve some problem in your life. It can be mental, emotional, health problem, or that helps you do some research and digging in that helps you solve some unbalanced situation in your life. Okay, then if you're Cancer, this sextile between Jupiter and Pluto is happening, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, especially Ascendant is very important, Moon after that, and Sun then. The Jupiter-Pluto sextile is happening in your fifth and seventh houses. It's all about love and relationships. There is a way to make yourself feel more, maybe someone can make you feel more loved and more, can help you. Interacting with others can empower you in a way and bring you more self-confidence. Fifth house rules self-confidence, seventh house is interactions with others. Maybe someone can help you fulfill some creative project of yours. Fifth house is creative project. Maybe combining and collaborating with someone on a creative project, or on some with your business, for example. Fifth house is anything where you use our intelligence and our talents. And so combining your talents with the help of another can be the answer for you to succeed this week. And you can have some hidden opportunity that you are not aware of, that someone helps you with some kind of, creative project, or helps you with your children in some way, or helps you get pregnant. It can be a good time for Cancers actually to get pregnant, because their fifth house of fertility is enhanced through Pluto. Seventh house is the house of connecting in a physical level with another person. So any questions in regards to that can be good for Cancers. It can also be a good week for Cancers in regards to, as I said, maybe receiving some support for their doing something in combination and partnership with their children or their lovers, having good love life, maybe receiving having fun, fifth house, with partners, seventh house, maybe having fun and in one-to-one relationships, or feeling more supported in one-to-one relationships, feeling more loved through one-to-one relationships in some sort, or being empowered by finding out some hidden truth about a relationship or something like that. And yeah, how else can it play out as well? Creativity, children, fifth house, we said business, seventh house is business, business deals. So maybe if you can complete some creative business deals. Sixth house between house of creativity, fifth house and house of business deals. It can be a good time to complete some business deals connected to your talents, or to have some agreement or collaboration connected to your talents and things like that. Okay, and romantically, as I said, can be a good empowering time in your relationship. So if you can even meet someone now this week if you're a Cancer. Okay, so if you're Leo, it's happening in 1, 2, 3, 4 in your fourth house and in your sixth house. Good aspect between fourth and sixth house. What can happen? Sixth house is fixing problems, things that don't work, putting order, organizing things. Fourth house is your home. Can be a fantastic time to organize something around your home, to put more order, to fix something that's not working in your home, to receive support somehow from maybe to hire someone. Sixth house is people we can hire, employees, or people we hire to help us with domestic things, because it's making sextile to the fourth house at home. Maybe someone to do something in your garden, to fix something in your house, or you can do that, or you can hire someone, or to some enmity, sixth house, or some problem in your family, or family life, or personal life, or property can be resolved or fixed now, or something that has not been working well in anything connected to home, family, property, because sixth house is anything that's out of balance, can be improved. Or maybe a family member can help you in some way deal with some health issue of yours, sixth house, some imbalance of yours, some stressful situation that you're dealing with. A family member can help you with that. Or if you have some stressful situation with a family member, there might be some healing happening there. Or with property, Or sixth house is also the house of debt. So maybe a family member can help you with something to do with debt. Another thing, or property, matters connected to property can help you improve your financial situation, or situations connected to debt in your life. Fourth house is also connected, and the sixth house is work. Sixth house is work. Fourth house is family members. So family, or maybe you can do some work from home this week that actually flows well and helps you catch up. Or maybe a family member can help you in regards to some work project as well, can help you deal with some health issue as well. Okay, so if you're a Virgo, it's happening in your third and in your fifth house, the sextile between Jupiter and Pluto. So 1, 2, 3, third Scorpio, 4, 5, third and fifth. So if you're Virgo, you might receive some good news from a loved one. Fifth house is people we really love, people, our lovers, our children, people that we're in love with. You're in love with your children and with your partners usually, and with your lovers, usually the initial stages in particular. You might, and third house is information, news. So you might be able you might receive some good news from such people. You might receive some supportive information from them, or you might be able to provide to them such supportive information. Or third house is skills. So you might be able to use your skills and communication skills in particular to help loved ones. So they might be able to help you in some way. Also, third house is communications. So it can be a good time to communicate about something and to work in small group environment on something creative. Fifth house is creative project. So maybe you're getting together with a small team and brainstorming, because fifth house is our natural talents, ideas that come that are new and creative. And it might be regarding business. You don't have to be in the creative area in order for this fifth house to be triggered. But if you combine, this week can be great for working small group activities, small group um, activities with where you can brainstorm. For example, third house is the brain, the logical brain, where you sit and you say factually, you look at things, and it's where you can use kind of logical skills. Wow, the fifth house is the house of the creative mind. So the left and the right brain are very well harmonized this week for you. So creativity with practicality, with ability to plan ahead as well. The third house is good planning. So maybe it's a good time to sit now and do some planning in regards to your business plan, in regards to how the new creative goals you have for the business, for example, something like that. Maybe it's a good time to plan something with your children. Fifth house, third house planning, fifth house children. Good times to plan something about your hobbies or something like that. Or you can enjoy sports, fifth house, or some kind of group or some kind of something you're passionate about, like fun activities of any sort is the fifth house, with a small group of people. Third house is small groups of people, friends you see on a daily basis, workmates, colleagues, And as I said, you can creatively combine your creative skills with your analytical skills with colleagues, teammates, flatmates, schoolmates of some sort. You might be working on some project with schoolmates that requires you to use your creativity and tap into your talents as well. You can learn. It might be a good week to start learning new skills, which helps you with fulfilling some creative vision of yours. Third house is skills, or it can be a great week to use your skills, third house, that you've learned, that you have to learn with your logical brain skills, to be able to fulfill some creative vision of yours, to complete some creative project of yours as well. So these things are really helping each other. Okay, if you're Libra, it's your second and your fourth house that is you're getting the sextile. So maybe it's already happening, or it can happen in the next couple of weeks, that you receive some material help from your family. Second house is money, fourth house is your family. Or maybe you might receive something, money for property, fourth house, or money from maybe it can be a good week that you can sell property, for example, something like that, or you can invest in property. So if you're a Libra ascendant, it can be a good time for that, or maybe spend some money on your property, but it's something that comes easy and it's for something good, and it's to create more comfort as well, somehow emotional and material for you, for your home and family. But it's good time for material. For matters concerning finances, it's good for Libra. For matters concerning security, stability, it's good. Sorry, not Cancer, for Libra. For matters concerning all family things, because in Vedic astrology, both the second house and the fourth house, a house is connected to the family. So things connected to family, to personal matters go well for Libra, starts improving. If there were some complications or difficulty, maybe now this week, you start to resolve those, and maybe you start to receive some help there. You can receive material help from your family. You can create more stability, financial, in your family. It can be a good time to buy and sell property, buy and sell furniture and things like that. It can be a good time to invest in your family as well. But comforts and matters of security and stability go well, and matters of banking, financial, and storing things as well, because both the second and the fourth house are connected to banking. So if you do any financial transactions, good for you, Libra. Go for that. Also, there might be support that comes to you financially in some way from your mom. Fourth house is the mom, for example. That helps you in some way. Okay, or maybe you are able to, I can't think of anything else now. Okay, if you're Scorpio, Jupiter is in your sign, is receiving sextile from the ruler of Scorpio. Oh wow, that's great. Actually, the planet that rules you, one of the planets that rules you, actually the two planets that rules you this week are perfect. Mars and Pluto rule Scorpio. Mars is making trines to Neptune, sextiles to Neptune, trine to Venus. So you're flowing, Scorpios, and Jupiter in your sign is receiving ascending sextile to your other planet, Pluto. You're lucky. I think Scorpio should be the luckiest this week, especially if your ascendant is in Scorpio, if your moon is in Scorpio. You should feel better because Jupiter tends to, when it aspects your planet, Pluto, and when Mars is so well aspected, it can be good week to start relationships because Mars, the planet that rules you, is in trine with Venus, the ruler of your seventh house of relationship. If you start a relationship this week, or business partnership, or contract of some sort, it should be quite lovely because of the beautiful aspects there. Also, you should feel more empowered or more creative as well, because Jupiter, the planet of creativity, is sextiling Pluto. Plus, Jupiter is the planet of good luck. It's almost like you have more good luck and more, and the sextile is opportunities, hidden opportunities that come to you. And also because Pluto is in your third house, some good news can come to you. Or something that you do with skills that you've acquired, the third house skills, whether it's your communication skills, whether it's your ability to, skills that business skills or artistic or creative skills, or really great ability to charm others with your words, or really powerful information that you have of some sort can help you fulfill some, can bring you some gift this week or the next couple of weeks. So using your skills to fulfill and to start some new beginnings in your life, because Jupiter is in your first house, to help you fulfill some vision of yours of some sort. Also, it can be great time for you to collaborate in small groups with others, third house, so to do something with your brother, with sibling, with teammates, with workmates, with coworkers, with playmates. Third house, it can be a good time to travel. Third house is traveling somewhere. And to do some commercial and business activities, because third house rules all of those as well. But it's almost like you're in the right place at the right time in regards to such matters. If you're Sagittarius, it's happening, the Jupiter-Pluto sextile in your 12th and in your second house. Okay, so Pluto is in your second house, Jupiter is in your 12th house. Ooh, 12th house is hidden support from somewhere. Good karma from past lifetimes or from past activities we've done in the past, because Jupiter is there. Jupiter is good things. Good karma, 12th house is karma, basically, our past actions. Well, because of something you've helped someone of good that you've done, now you can receive hidden support from the universe, from God, the 12th house, or from someone hidden that you didn't expect materially, financially, that can help you stabilize the financial situation, or you might just have a sudden unexpected support from someone, especially in regards to, because second house is money, or maybe from out of somewhere, maybe some kind of material opportunity can come, which is due to your good past karma of some sort. Or 12th house is long-term investments, and it can be a good time now to research something to invest your money for a long time, because 12th house is the house of expenses. Second house is the house of where we invest our money. And that can be a good time now to invest money in long-term, something that will return itself in maybe 4 or 5 years from now. It can feel like a spending now, but actually it balances itself well, because the second house is the house of preserving something, and 12th house is the house of wasting something. So if it might feel like you're wasting or putting money somewhere, well, but in the long run, it's going to empower your finances. But in the future, long-term investment. It can be a good time to invest or spend money in something regarding to invest or spend money in regards to some travel, 12th house, in regards to something to do with higher education, Jupiter, because Pluto is in your second house of money, Jupiter is higher education, so that can be a good time, and that's a long-term investment as well, or something to do with foreign travel and things like that. It can be a good time, maybe also to consolidate some losses financially. So see how, and as I said, 12th house is receiving some hidden support as well. Okay, so if you are Capricorn, then it's happening in your first house and in your 11th house. The sextile between Pluto and Jupiter. What does it mean for you, Capricorn ascendant, Capricorn sun, moon? Well, you can receive some help and support from friends, from people in your social environment. Sometimes 11th house can be even, colleagues and stuff like that, but usually our social environment overall, all the siblings as well, friends. Some opportunity that you are not aware of can come to you from such sources. So I would advise you be socially as active as possible this week, next week, this April, basically, because some opportunity that allows for new beginnings or for empowerment, because Pluto is empowerment in your first house, so it's you. Empowerment that comes to you by being socially active, Jupiter, or maybe even be meeting some benefactor. 11th house is people that really like us and want to help us, just like our friends, or some benefactor that is, takes you under their wings and believes in you. Maybe if you're invited to some party, or if you're invited to some meeting, or if you're invited to some lecture where people of like minds get together, or if you're invited even to become a member of a forum, internet, or something like some group activity, go and do it, because you might meet someone or some opportunity can come through such group activities for you. Also, 11th house is our long-term goals and wishes and dreams. So it might be a good week now that you're able, through your powerful willpower, Pluto in the first, to make and bring closer and bring some and to grasp some opportunity which helps you come closer to fulfilling some long-term dreams of yours. And 11th house is also gains. So you might be able to do something with your own personal actions that brings you closer to more gains, so that creates more gains for you into the future. It might be a bonus or something for business that brings you gains, or titles and honors. You might receive some recognition, public or not, or it's not necessary that you are ovated on stage, but if you've deserved it, actually, 11th house is the house of rewards for us, and Jupiter makes it sextile, which means that you can receive some rewards for work done before. Okay, and if you're Aquarius, this is happening in our 12th and our 10th house. We can receive hidden support, 12th house, and Aquarius rising, hidden support from authority figures. Maybe someone in authority can, someone that is in high position of authority can do something, maybe recommend you to someone without being aware, or maybe someone hidden, Pluto can, but this is not an enemy. 12th house is people that do something for us without us knowing. If a planet is making bad aspects from there, it will be something that's harmless. But Pluto is making a good aspect. So someone that you're not aware of can stand up for you in front of an authority figure, in front of some institution, the 10th house, so can say a good word that can help your career, that can help your social status or reputation. Or your good karma from the past actions can help your social status and career. Also, it can be a good time to do something that requires 12th house and merging the meaning of the 12th and the 10th house. 10th house is career. So if you're in career that is connected to foreign countries, that is connected to spirituality, that is connected to hospitals, prisons, faraway places, you can receive some opportunity, or you might receive some opportunity for business collaboration or business work connected to faraway place. So you might receive the opportunity to relocate far away through some work connected to your career that can change your social status as well. Or you can receive, maybe if you've been undermined behind your back in regards to your reputation, you can be strengthened now. Or another thing it can play out, you can make some long-term investment. 12th house is putting something that feels like a loss, but in regards to your career, that will affect you, that there is an opportunity for you to spend money on something that will actually improve your career. So it's like an investment for the future. Spending something, but that will up your financial, your social status, your reputation, And also people that are in imaginative careers can do well, because 12th house is imagination, or you can be doing something, you can receive support behind the scenes for some career project that you're working on, that maybe someone behind the scenes, or you can be doing something hidden and preparing something behind the scenes that you can receive, and this week can actually help you come closer to fulfilling that goal of some sort in regards to your career. Or especially if you're working in some imaginative behind the scenes creative, like someone who is a screenwriter, playwright, or someone who sits long hours alone, 12th house. 12th house is alone, isolated, doing something spiritual, creative usually, or working in laboratory. There can be some breakthrough now, or some help with some research. 12th house is also research. Anyone that needs to spend long times alone, isolated, can have a very positive couple of weeks in regards to their career and reputation, or some kind of insights that they get in regards to that helps them improve their reputation through research. Okay, and if you're Pisces, final sign, sorry to leave you a lot, but last again, Pisces. This is happening in your 9th house and in your 11th house. You can receive great advice, 9th house, Pluto, from, 9th house, Jupiter, advice from friend. You can be, so we have to combine the meanings of the 9th and the 11th house in positive ways. So let's see, 11th house is friends, 9th house is travel. You can be good time to travel with friends, for example, or you can have an opportunity to travel with friends. You can receive great advice, 9th house, or clarification about the future from a friend, or you can go to some social activity, 11th house, and some great opportunity, 9th house, can come to you that expands your horizon. So I would advise you, Pisces, just like I advised, who was it, Capricorns, to be socially more active, because good things come to you from this 11th house social activity, because it joins well, it's supported by a planet in your 9th house, which is good luck, which is divine intervention, which is getting some clarity, which is opening new horizons for you. You can be at the right place at the right times in social circumstances to benefit in some way as well. It can be good time to something to do with higher education, something to do with foreign travel, something to do with receiving some gains, 11th house, through anything to do with teaching. So maybe you can make some money from teaching, or you can receive some gains for the future, or some public recognition through something you teach. Or you can receive some, because 11th house is recognition, as I said, or you can be able to fulfill and come closer to fulfilling some long-term goal for you, which is the 11th house, by receiving some great advice, or by doing something in foreign countries, or by getting, or you can increase, or you can have an opportunity to come closer to fulfilling some long-term goal of yours, or socio-economic dream of yours, by starting education of some sort, Jupiter in the 9th house, by expanding your knowledge through some course or something like that, or some traveling of some sort as well. So if anything is connected to social activities, higher education, foreign countries as well, combine those two, you can benefit in some very positive way. And friends as well. How do I combine also the 9th house? Good luck through friends with the 11th house. Gains that comes to you through foreign countries, through teaching, through collaborating with teachers, with advisors. Yeah, or if your business is connected to travel, to higher education, to teaching of some sort, it can be quite gainful. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for bearing with me 1 hour. Again, it was a long description, but I love doing those weeklies. Enjoy the positive energy this week. Come join me next week as well. And do check out Uranus in Taurus webinar with April, because only for 2-3 weeks more, it's 20% off. Plus, we generate and we tell you we pay attention to a personal chart when you send it to us, and tell you what transit and aspects you're going to have in regards to Uranus. So you don't need to know any astrology to take this webinar. It's only $39. And if you want to learn astrology from the scratch with me, my new course on the 12 secrets of the 12 houses is starting on the 27th of May, bi-weekly, once every 2 weeks, basically. And you can catch up with the secrets of the 12 signs, which is $50 now for the next week or two. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.